Quick set. Rebels block it. Stuffed by McKenna Stacy.
Rebel volleyball is on.
Rebels get a good pass. Set left side. Peart hits. Cross court. It's in there. It was deflected out of bounds, and the Rebels win 15-5.
After another appearance in the state title match last season, Coach Cindy Stewart and the Rebs hit the court again this year with title hopes and championship goals.
Hatch hits it down, and what a great angle for the kill and the win.
The trophy spent a year down south, but the Rebels hope to bring it back home at the end of October. Reloaded and ready to roll, the Rebels take the court with their eyes on the prize.
Rebels had 6 service aces in the first set.
Turn up the volume, Rebel fans, and join us for Rich Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitor Bureau, by Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cash Honda Yamaha and Logan, MyLocalRadio.com, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Signs, and by Plains Tire.
It's cross court, it's in there, and the Rebels win 25-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard.
And now, Rebel volleyball fans, hang up your boots, crank up the volume, and get ready to roll as we head courtside to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan Steineckert.
Third match in 3 days. The Rebels taking on the Tabiona Tigers this afternoon. Region 22 play wraps up today. And if the Rebels win this one, they are locked in at number 2 for the state tournament in 2 weeks. But for the Tabiona Tigers, a win here, they lock themselves into at least a playoff berth or a state championship berth. Seeding would yet to be determined. So this is a big one for both teams with state tournament seeding implications on the line. It's Rich versus Tabiona. We've got the Town of Randolph pregame show coming up in just a bit on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
According to the United States Census of 2010, the town of Randolph has a population of 464 people, and every one of us root for the Rich High Rebels.
Who slams it home?
Welcome to Randolph, Utah. We love being able to host the visiting teams, their coaches, their parents, and fans when Rich High has a home game. We love all of our visitors year-round and hope that you can take some time soon to come and visit us in our little slice of heaven, Randolph, Utah.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
Welcome back to the pregame show brought to you by the Town of Randolph. Rebels and the Tabiona Tigers today. It's a Region 22 showdown. As I mentioned earlier, a win for the Rebels, and they lock themselves in to the number 2 spot for Region 22 in the state tournament, which begins 2 weeks from yesterday. Tabiona's got something to play for as well. If they lose this one, they're still in danger of not making the state tournament at all. They'll play Manila, I think, next week. That game, that match is scheduled for the 19th. What's that, Friday night? So it is. There is something on the line big time for both of these teams as Manila looks to, or excuse me, as Tabiona looks to earn a spot, lock themselves into a spot in the state tournament. So if Tabiona wins this one, seeding would yet to be determined, and it would be probably determined by if Tabby can beat Manila or whether if they lose to Manila next week. And that match is at Manila. So this is an important one as far as Region 22 play goes. Now let's set your scene. Brought to you, the pregame show is brought to you by the Town of Randolph. And I didn't update my graphics. Have to do Shane Eagles up there. That's not who the Rebels are playing today. My apologies. On our scene set, you'll just have to listen to me and then try to take my word for it. Rebels come in to this match at 9-14 overall this season. Coach Stewart has told me several times throughout the year she didn't think her team would even finish above 500 this year, and that's the way it's looking. Regardless, that's not a big deal. What matters is the Rebels are 3-2 in Region 22 play after beating Manila last night in 3, and the big story of that match, Rebels took the first set and the third set really no problem. Second set, Rich was down 24-8. Got the side out at 24-18, excuse me. Got the side out to make it 24-18. Mackenzie Smith came in and served the Rebels to 8 straight points with the set on the line, and the Rebels won 26-24. And then the third set was no contest. I think that broke Manila's spirit, at least for that moment, and the Rebels won in 3 against the Mustangs last night. So a solid win for Rich in Region 22 play, and it's unfortunate Manila looks like a team that won't make the state tournament, and they're a team that probably, if they were in a different region, look at Region 19, they'd be probably the number 2 team there with Monticello down south. If you look at Region 21, they'd be number 1 or number 2, I think, in that region. So it's just unfortunate for Manila because they've got a really pretty good team this year and look like they won't make the state tournament. As for the Tabiona Tigers, they come in at 10-9 overall and 1-3 in the region. And as I mentioned, if they can win this match, they'd really they'd lock themselves into a playoff spot or a state tournament spot, and they'd still have a chance for number 2 in the region. We might have to have a playoff if that happens, or a coin toss to decide a tiebreaker between Rich and Tabiona. So for the Rebels, bottom line is, got to win today. You're in. You're the number 2 seed. For Tabiona, they've got to win to get in as well to the state tournament. Last time out, as I mentioned, the Rebels beat Manila, and they're coming off a Thursday night win over Duchesne as well, a 3-2 match win. The Rebels came from behind, had set points at 14-12, 14-13, 15-14, and 16-15, and then Rich won that 5th set, 17-15. Kendall Staple with the ace to win the match. Last time these teams met at Tabiona, the Rebels took the first set 25-18, took set 2 25-21, then Tabby with a pretty solid win in set 3 25-15. Rebels were down 24-22 in the 4th set. Shelby Burton came in, served 3 straight aces, and the Rebels won the match with a 26-24 win in that 4th set to take the match. So this is an important match today. Looking back at the history, and we'll take a deeper look at this on the Laketown Ledger, but Rich has never lost a match to Tabiona going back to the 2006 season and likely prior to that as well. They've lost a few sets here and there, one set here, one set there, but it's been all Rich against Tabiona historically. Rebels and Tigers coming up. We talked with both coaches. We'll hear from them in just a bit on the Town of Randolph pregame show. Brought to you by Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lim, and Clerk Lana Peart. We'll be right back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Welcome back to the Town of Randolph pregame show. Ryan STEINECKERT here with Rob Leifson running the camera. Rebels and Tabiona Tigers in a Region 22 showdown. Last Region 22 match of the season for Rich. Tabby will wrap up Region 22 play next week at Manila on Friday. We're talking with both coaches, Taji Lazenby, and I had a chance to catch up with Wendy Lamborn. Coach Cindy Stewart not here. Her husband Bill Stewart had surgery yesterday, and the word is the surgery went well. Also got word that the post-surgery MRI, everything looked good. Bill is talking, has movement, and I don't know more details than that, but our prayers and thoughts go out to Bill and the family, and they want to thank everybody for their support. We wish him the best. Stay tuned. We got more of your Town of Randolph pregame show coming up. We'll hear from Coach Lazenby on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Winston Churchill said, "No hour of life is wasted that is spent in the saddle." The same is true about education. No hour of life is wasted when learning. Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, understand the value of good education. Serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming, Mound Valley Cattle Company is proud to support the students at Rich High School in academics and activities. Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Ryan STEINECKERT with Coach Taji Lazenby of the Tabiona Tigers. Coach, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry we didn't get to catch up a little bit when Rich played at your place a few weeks ago.
I know. I was really sad I didn't get an interview.
I can see that in your eyes. Yeah, the sincerity there was overwhelming. Coach, how do you feel like your season's going?
I feel like we're getting better every game, which is a big improvement, and we keep striving to get better every game, and the girls are working harder every game. And we're getting better at technique every game, and we're just really hoping to really come together soon and get some big wins.
How long have you been coaching Tabiona volleyball?
This will be my 6th year as a head coach.
This may be a question that you don't want to answer, but where would you put this team, compare this team with the 6 that you've coached in the past?
This team probably has the most talent. We have 4 great hitters. We have a great setter, and I would think they probably have the most talent. However, they struggle with being mentally tough, probably the most out of all of them, and we really got to have our leaders step up.
Coach, when you hosted Rich about a few weeks ago, what was that, 3-4 weeks ago, you beat him. You took a set. I think it was the second or third set? Yeah, second set. And in the fourth set, you had them on the ropes, right? It was 24-22. What happened?
Well, that's where the mental toughness comes in. I feel like we have times where we're really strong and we go really good for points, and then we have this mental slide that goes downhill for a lot of points, and that's where we're struggling. We just got to get it together and be able to finish teams when we have them down like that.
What do you feel like you need to do? I mean, what do the Rebels do to beat you, and what do you need to prevent them from doing today?
The things the Rebels do to beat us are just stay mentally tough. They don't let things affect them. They just keep pushing for every point. Their defense is usually always on, and they let us make our own mistake. And so we hope to change that today. We've been working really hard in practice the last 2 weeks, and just working on things like that, like staying mentally tough, doing in a rows and things like that to get them stronger.
You're coming down to the end of the regular season. A win here, would that put you in the playoffs in the state tournament?
A win here would secure a spot in the state tournament, which would be really nice, first of all. And second of all, we really want to fight for that second spot. And we want to give Rich a good game up here and possibly still a win.
Coach, anything else you need to touch on?
I think we're good.
Tansy Lazenby, thanks so much for your time. Head coach of the Tabiona Tigers, good luck today and through the rest of the season. Hope to see you at state.
Thank you. Me too.
It's the Town of Randolph pregame show. We continue after the break on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
The Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live. Once you've visited the Bear Lake Valley, you'll want to come back many more times. Realtor Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty can show you ways you can own a piece of the lake. Whether you want a summer home, a lot, a quarter share in a home, or a place to live year-round, Gary McKee is the #1 real estate agent in Bear Lake. Visit with Gary today and learn about all the options you have. Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, Utah. Visit BearLakeRealty.com.
Welcome back to the Town of Randolph pregame show. Looks like we'll start this match about 5 minutes early, and so we won't get to hear from Coach Wendy Lamborn on the pregame show, but we thank Wendy for providing the interview with us. Quickly, the Town of Laketown Ledger. Good luck, Rebels, from the Mayor and Town Council of Laketown. Rebels versus Tabiona earlier this year, a 3-1 win. Last time they lost a set to Tabiona was in 2014. Also lost a set to Tabby in the semifinals at, oh no, that was against ICS. I'm looking at the wrong long stat sheet. Rebels, going back to 2006, according to my stats, Rebels have lost just 2 sets against Tabiona. That one in 2014 and then earlier this season. Other than that, it's been all Rich Rebels against Tabby. Rich 24-0, including the win earlier this season against Tabiona. That's your Laketown Ledger, brought to you by the Town of Laketown. Mayor Sim Weston, council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White. Starting for the Tabiona Tigers, middle blocker #1, Aspen Stewart, a senior. Junior, #6, the setter, Sydney Jensen, outside hitter. Senior, #10, Cassidy Thomas. Libero is freshman, #25, Abby Rhodes. Cassidy Bales, middle blocker, #14, a junior. Sophomore, outside hitter, #21, Peyton Lazenby. And senior, #24, opposite hitter, opposite side, Kylie Strebel. I got to send out a quick apology to Kennedy Lazenby. I was talking about the Lazenbys last time when Rich played at Tabiona, and I remembered, of course, Peyton's on the floor. I thought Haiti just graduated. What was that other? It was Kennedy. I apologize, Kennedy. I forgot your name just for that moment. Anyway, the match just about to get underway, and again, if the Rebels win this one, they lock in the 2nd seed from Region 22. A loss for Rich, Rebels still would be in the state tournament, but could drop as down to a 3rd seed. It would depend on what Tabiona does. If Tabiona wins this one, they would improve to 2-2, I believe, in Region 22 play, or 2-3. And they still play Manila next week. So if they were to win that one, Rich and Tabiona would be tied at 3-3 in Region 22 play. And they, of course, would have faced, it would have been a head-to-head 1-1. It would have split the head-to-head matchup. So here's your beginning serve, brought to you by the station in Randolph. Taya Peterson hits the back line for a Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace, and the Rebels lead 1-0. in this first set, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. A beginning serve presented by the station in Randolph, here for your convenience needs. We thank you if you tuned in to the Town of Randolph pregame show. Another Crawford Trough service ace. 2 in a row for Peterson to start this match. Tigers just kind of watched the first one go by. The second one, not a good serve receive. Here's Peterson again, and just about another ace, but the Tigers keep it in the air, and Stewart pushes it across with 2 hands. Rebels set it up in the middle. Wallenstein is stuffed. Big block right in the middle, and I think that was the middle blocker, Aspen Stewart, with the block. So the Tigers will serve, and it's senior Kylie Strebel with the service, right-handed. Serving left to right. Rebels let it go. They thought it would be out, and it's a service ace. We're tied at 2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Strebel to serve again. And this time she punches it across. Staple passes high. The Rebels don't get to it. It was a pass on the back line, not a good pass. And Rich just scrambling a little bit. Couldn't get a good hit on the second touch. 3-2, Tigers on top, first set. Brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Tingy delivers a good pass this time. Cornea high and outside. Stacy hits cross court. It's dug up over and out by Cassidy Bales. And the Rebels lead, or tie it back up at 3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebel freshman football team took on Mountain View this morning. That one ended at about 12:30, and Mountain View got the win 34-28. Rebels had a chance to score at the end, but an interception with about 40 seconds left on the Mountain View 20 ended what could have been a game-winning drive for Rich. Rebels set it up, get a nice attack. Good dig by the Tigers, but then the Rebels block on the Tiger attack. Epic Recreation block of the game candidate for Sydney Hatch, and Rich takes the lead 4-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Wallenstein serves. I feel like I got to whisper when it goes silent on that service. Tigers get a good pass, set it up high and outside, and Cassidy Thomas hits it long. Rebels, easy take on that. Let it go by for the hitting error. Service by Wallenstein, received by Lazenby, but wrong direction. Almost finds its way into the wastebasket back in the corner. A third Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace for the Rebels in this first set. Ali Wallenstein serving again. Received, good pass by Bales. Jensen sets high and outside. Touch attack, pancake dig by Stacy, but it's up at the net, and Stewart goes up and crushes it for the kill. (6-4), Rich up by 2. First set, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Service delivered by Thomas. Rebels receive, set high and outside. Stacy hits it cross court. A little too long cross court. 6-5, Tigers within 1. Again, the last time these teams met, Rich won the first set 25-18 and the second set 25-21. Tigers took set 3, and the Rebels won the fourth. Cornea high and outside for Stacy. Hit, blocked, out of bounds. Angle on the hands just a bit off, and Stacy put enough power on it that it carried after the block beyond the out-of-bounds line. J.C. Cornea serves, overpass, tipped down by Sage Tingy. Overpass again, and Hatch goes up and smashes it for the Bear Lake Realty kill, and that puts the Rebels up by 3, 8-5. Nice Bear Lake Realty kill by Sydney Hatch. Got a smile on her face after that hit, and well-deserved. Pass into the net, pass into the net, pass into the net, and the fourth touch into the net as well for Tabiona. That doesn't go in the books as a Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace, but counts the same. 1 point on the scoreboard. Rich leads 9-4. Cornea serves again. Rhodes receives, and it's tapped over. Rebels dig, set it up. Stacy back corner, perfect spot. McKenna Stacy was hoping it was tipped as well, but it dropped in the corner right in front of that line judge's toes. And what a spot for McKenna Stacy. Cornea serves another time. Passed high by Thomas. Quick back set. And Stewart with the touch attack. Stacy tipped it, tried to get underneath it with the block, but couldn't. And it's a touch attack kill for Aspen Stewart. The senior back to serve. Hits it over the top. Peterson passes. Cornea into the middle. Hatch hits, blocked. Hatch hits it right back. A nice block by Cassidy Bales, but then Hatch just smacked it right back down, and the Rebels lead 11-6 following that Bear Lake Realty kill. McKenna Stacy to serve for Rich. Running jump serve with the right hand. Rebels attacking right to left. Stacy serves just long. Good eye by Thomas on that back line. The senior lets it go by, and it drops just long. From this angle, it looked in, but from where the line judge is, she's got the better angle, and it was out. Burton serve, receive. Shelby, the libero. Tingy passes it across with two hands. Touched and a double hit on the set. Gives the Rebels a 5-point lead, 12-7 on the Stacey's repair scoreboard. That brings Kendall Staple back to serve for Rich. And the serve received up under the net by Lazenby. Rebels with another Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace. It's 12-7. Make it 13-7 on the Stacey's repair scoreboard. Rebels on top. Set high and outside. Lazenby pushes to the back corner just a bit long. From her angle, it looked in. She was asking for that in call, but didn't get it. From this angle, it did look just a bit long. Rebels serve. Staple with the service. This one passed high and to the middle, tipped over by Bales. Rebels tip it right back. Set in the, on the outside. Lazenby punches it across. Cornea digs. Tingy sets. Wallenstein hits, and a good dig by Stewart. High and outside, they go to Stewart. Pushed across back corner. Staple digs. Rebels set it up high and outside for Trineri, who slaps it across. Another dig by Stewart. She goes up and hits hard from the 10-foot line, blocked by Wallenstein straight to the hardwood. Big hit by Aspen Stewart. And Lazenby has the service for Tabiona. Rebels get a good pass. Cornea sets in the middle, and Wallenstein just a little over the top of it. Hits it into the net. 14-9. Rebel lead is down to 5. Service by Lazenby. She's got a very strong serve. Rebels get a good pass, set it up. Wallenstein hits. It's blocked and hangs on top of the net. Rebels dig it up, slap it across again. Tabby somehow keeps it in the air. Bales taps. Tingy taps down to the floor. Rebel point, 15-9. Rich on top. Service by Tingy. Received, set high and outside, and hit by Thomas, long and out. Rebel student section with the shout just a little outside. Tingy serves, good pass by Stewart. Set by Jensen, hit again just a little outside by the Tigers. Rebels didn't deflect it, and Coach Lazenby wants a timeout with the Rebels leading 17-9 on the Stacey's repair scoreboard. We'll take a T7 propane and Woodruff timeout as well and be right back.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Taya Peterson. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High School Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com.
Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is Rich County's representative. As a mother and grandmother of Rich High graduates and current students and a longtime resident of Randolph, Rolene is familiar with your needs and will work to provide you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a new car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Play hard and go Rebels.
Back at Rich High School in the first set, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, where the Rebels lead 17-9 on the Stacey's repair scoreboard. Not a good pass, and that one came to me. Rebels lead 18-9 on the Stacey's repair scoreboard, and Sage Tingy set to serve again for Rich. Good pass by Stewart. Jensen high and outside, and the hit stuffed. Allie Wallenstein with an Epic Recreation block of the game candidate, 19-9. Allie just stuffed that one right to the floor. The hand angle perfect as it just Knocked it right down to the hardwood. Service by Tingy, back line. A Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace, and Rich is rolling 20-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Tingy serves into the net. First service error of the set for either team. That's pretty good. That's some good serving by both teams. Rebels have 5 service aces in this first set. Cassidy Bales serves, back line. Tingy passes up front, good pass. Set high and outside for Amaya Trineri, who absolutely bashes that thing to the back line. Big hit, good power. Tigers couldn't dig it up. 21-10, Rich leads. Trineri wanted to go back and serve, but Peterson checks in, and she'll take the service. Taya had 2 service aces in a row to start this first set. Peterson serves and just about gets another Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace, but the Tigers keep it alive. Jensen pushes from the back line, and all 6 Rebels could have played it, but none did. 21-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard, and Strebel serves again. Peterson, decent pass. Cornea in the middle. Wallentine slaps back corner. What a spot by Allie Wallentine. She just left her feet a little bit, but saw that back corner over by the Tabiona bench and just punched it back there. Perfect spot. Nice Bear Lake Realty kill by Wallentine, who serves. Received by Bales. Great pass up front. Jensen back set, and Thomas slaps it across. Dug up by Tingy. Rebels set it up. Stacy hits it hard. Nice dig. Great effort by Abby Rhodes, and the Tigers set it up, hit it back corner just long. 23-11, Rebels lead. Boy, that's your Abby Rhodes. That's your dig of the game if we gave it to an opposing player. Pugstone Sporting Goods dig. Wallentine serves again. A Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace. That one received and passed to the Rebel fans in the bleachers. 24-11. Rebels with set point. Wallentine lines, delivers. Bales passes low. Jensen passes it over the top. Wallentine with the dig. Cornea has to go a long ways to get there, but does. Stacy passes it across the net. Jensen, quick back set for Stewart. Hit, deflected by the block and dug. Cornea in the middle. Hatch tips it across and knocks it down. A Bear Lake Realty kill by Sydney Hatch, and the Rebels take the first set with a 25-11 victory. A pretty convincing win in set number 1, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet.
Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is Rich County's representative. As a mother and grandmother of Rich High graduates and current students, and a longtime resident of Randolph, Rolene is familiar with your needs and will work to provide you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a new car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Play hard and go Rebels.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
Back for the second set. Rebels 5 aces in the first set, just 2 service errors. And Rich, that was maybe one of the more convincing wins we've seen this season from the Rebel volleyball team. 25-11, a win over Tabiona. Coach Lazenby has a lot to say to her team, and understandably. I think this is a Tabiona team that's better than that. They competed really well against the Rebels when these teams played at Tabiona back on September 20th. Tabby took a third set from Rich and had set 4 pretty much in the bag. It was 24-22 before the Rebels came from behind. And speaking of come from behind, the Rebels have made I don't know if it's a habit, but they just don't get rattled when they've fallen behind. We saw it last night. If you were here at the match, you saw Rebels down in set number 2 against Manila, 24-18, and they came from behind to win. We saw it a few times, of course, against Duchesne. The Rebels were down early in set 5, 3-0. They came back to win. At the Richfield tournament, the number of times they were down against Milford in the first set. They were down against Carbon early on, against Grand. And those come from behind. And that's obviously not a habit you want to get into because you're just making it harder on yourself. But if you have that ability to come from behind, not worry as much about 24-18, 24-19, 24-20, and things like that. Boy. Second set, just about to get underway. The beginning serve brought to you by the station in Randolph. Rebels receive, and Rich will attack left to right. Trineri gets off a funny hit, and Stewart goes up and tries on the overpass happy birthday hit. She misfires, and the Rebels lead 1-0. Stewart's hit went long and out. So the Rebels with the service, attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com in this second set. And Taya Peterson, who had 2 service aces in the first set, serves a bit low into the net. We're tied at 1. Cassidy Thomas back to serve for the Tigers. And the senior delivers a nice one. Rebels get a good pass, set it up. Wallentine hit for the back corner, and Thomas with a great eye. Great court awareness as Wallentine's hit was just inches long. Thomas was just getting in a position and let that one go by. It was long, great eye. Rebels, good pass, set it up for Wallentine again. This time she hits it hard, and Thomas digs. Set up, and Lazenby tries to touch it down the line of the net and touched it too soft. She knew as soon as she let it go off her hands that it was too soft. And the Rebels are tied at 2. Ducks just kicked a field goal and lead Washington 3-0. I'm a big Oregon Ducks fan. As service ace by the Rebels, brought to you by Crawford Trough in Randolph. Allie Wallentine with her second ace of the match. Crawford Trough is the place to eat and drink. Thomas, not a good serve receive, and then just inadvertently gets in the way of Abby Rhodes, who is the closest player trying to get to it. I believe that one goes in the books as another Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace. So Wallentine will serve again, and this time she hits it down the line and in. A third consecutive service ace by Allie Wallentine. The Crawford Trough is open later on Rebel home game days. Stop by there, get some lunch or dinner after the match today. Maybe just a snack, some ice cream on the way home. Wallentine serves. Thomas, the pass is right up at the net, and on the attack to get it over the net, Sydney Jensen just fingertips the nylon. Rich leads 6-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard here in this second set, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Wallentine, a laser that hits the top of the net, rolls over the top and in. A fourth service ace in 5 serves by Allie Wallentine, and Rich leads 7-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Coach Lazenby trying to figure something out. Sends in a couple of substitutions to try and get a good pass as Wallenstein continues to serve. Alley, back line, just out. A little too strong that time. But boy, you'll trade 4 aces for 1 error anytime. Alley, maybe you're another candidate for the McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. McKay Frankham Dental Services in Evanston. Rebels set it up and hit from the outside. Stacy's hit is dug up. Set, Lazenby hits, Rebels block, but a little too far from the net. It drops on the Rebels side, and Lazenby with the kill to make it 7-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. In this second set, again brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Sabey, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, Jason Peterson with Secretary Lisa Bell. Great service by Stewart. Rebels get a nice pass, set it up, and Stacy hits back corner. A Bear Lake Realty kill. Fantastic. Right in that back corner. And that'll give the service back to Rich, leading 8-4. J.C. Cornea passed up front by Thomas. Jensen sets it high in the middle, and Stewart taps it across. Rebels get a good pass, set in the middle. Hatch pops it over just off the fist, and it drops in there. She got it over the block and down in front. That was a good placement by Hatch, and it's just got to be some kind of either experience on the court or just great awareness by Hatch to punch that one over the block and in front of the defense. Excellent. Good dig by the Tigers, and they push it across. Tingy sets in the middle. Hatch pushes it across with 2 hands. Jensen with the dump set down the line. Wallenstein digs it into the bleachers. Nice push attack down the line by Jensen. And Sydney will drop back to serve. Strebel checks in to the front line. It's a good size on that front line with Lazenby and Bales. Strebel not real tall, but a service into the net. Just the second service error of the match for Tabiona. But the Rebels doubling up the Tigers 10-5. Rich with the service. Overpass, and Hatch goes up and just boxes it down. 11-5 on a happy birthday. Bear Lake Realty kill for Sydney Hatch. We're dropping having a lot of issues with the service. I think we might need to switch internet. Hang on. We'll keep an eye on that. Bales pushes it over. Rebels set in the middle. Hatch hits again. This time just mistimes it into the net. 11-6 is what I've got on my scoreboard. The scoreboard says 10-7. We'll see if that gets changed here in a bit. Service by Lazenby. Hatch with an overpass. Stewart digs. They set it up high and outside and hit cross court. Nice hit by Cassidy Thomas. Makes it 11-8, I believe. Scoreboard, or 11-7 is what I've got. Scoreboard says 10-8. We'll go with that until we get a change. Lazenby with the service. Rebels on top. Great serve by Lazenby right at the nose of Shelby Burton. I've got 11-8. Scoreboard says 11-9. Lazenby to serve again following that service ace. Delivers another laser, and that drops right between Hatch and Burton. And the Tigers are within 1. 11-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Lazenby to serve again. This is already a 5-0 run for the Tigers. Burton receives, Hatch passes, and Tingy bumps it over, passes it over. Rebels set it up, or the Tigers set it up to the left side, tapped across by Thomas. Rich sets it up in the middle, and Hatch with a double-handed touch attack. Stewart digs it up, set up at the net, and Hatch blocks it. Bales trying to hit. Maybe it was actually, judging by the smile on Amaya Trineri's face, I'd say it was Amaya's block. Epic Recreation block of the game candidate. 12-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels with the lead. Staple serves, dug up, not a great pass, and the Tigers pass it over. Burton up front, Cornea with the set, and Amaya Trineri crushes it and splits the defense. 13-9, 13-10 is what we've got on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And the Rebels still have the service. Fabrizio checks in as Tabby tries to figure out something different. That will work a little better. Stewart receives. Not a great pass. They set it up for Stewart. Back line. She hits into the net. 14-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboards. Rebels lead. Staple with the service. Dug up, good pass. Bales pushes back line. Staple hits with one hand. Trineri high off the ceiling, and Burton passes it over. Stewart up front. Jensen high and outside. Hit, and Thomas's hit is stuffed. Tigers dig it up. Thomas hits again with the touch attack. Just clears the net. Wallenstein, good pass. Set up for Alley. Back line hit and dug by Stewart. Passed up at the net. An overpass, and Wallenstein tips it. She just surveyed the field, saw where nobody was, and tapped it down there. 15-10, Rebels lead by 5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Service by Staple is short into the net. And the Tigers have the service. Bales delivers, back line. Burton passes, good pass up front. Cornea in the middle, goes for Wallenstein. It's dug by Lazenby. Jensen sets, Stewart hits, back line, got it in there. Nice touch by Aspen Stewart. Some power on that hit as well. And that makes it 15-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. I've got it should be 15-11. Rebels lead either way. Here in this second set, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Bales serves, good receive by Staple. Rich sets it up. Wallenstein just smashes it into the block and gets it through the block for a Bear Lake Realty kill. 15, make it 16-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Strebel will check in. Rich with the service. Sage Tingy to deliver, and just clears the net. A diving overpass by Bales to keep it alive. Rich gets a good pass, set up high and outside, and Trineri cracks it down, splits the defense. 17-11. Great hit by Amaya Trineri, and the timing there was fantastic. She's got real nice power. Tingy serves. Strebel sets in the middle. Thomas hits just wide. Did the Rebels deflect? No. 18-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Tingy to serve again. Sage from left to right. The Rebels delivering the service. Good pass. Strebel passes, and Stewart hits it, but long, a little outside. 19-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And now Coach Lazenby takes a timeout. We'll take a quick T7 Propane and Woodruff timeout as well on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Ever since 1871, when Joseph C. Rich surveyed the town site, the town of Woodruff has been a thriving ranching community. Settlers were attracted by the broad valley and green grasses, the mountain trout in the streams, the elk and deer herds in abundance, and the neighbors were friendly. That's how people still are today. Visit Woodruff, and you too will experience that friendliness. It's everywhere. It's the town of Woodruff, Utah, where we're proud of our rich rebels.
Back at Rich High School in Region 22 showdown between the Rebels and the Tigers. So far, it's been all Rich. Rebels took the first set 25-11. They had 5 aces in that first set. They've got 4 more here in this second set, and Rich leads 19-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Sage Tingy serving. The Rebels have scored 5 or 6 straight. Bales receives. Not a great pass and pass over. Burton up front. Cordia toes the line as she sets, and Trineri crushes it again. Another Bear Lake Realty kill for Trineri. And it's 20-12. Rebels lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Trineri with a couple of real nice kills in this second set. Bales, good pass, set high and in the middle. Thomas's hit is stuffed. An Epic Recreation block of the game. Allie Wallenstein right in position. JC Cornea right there as well for the Epic Recreation block of the game. Sage Tingy serves with Rich on top, 21-12. Not a great pass, not a great set, passed over. Staple, good pass. Rebels set it up. Trineri hits it down the line. Was it deflected? It was. I thought so. 22-12, another Bear Lake Realty kill. And Trineri's having herself a great second set, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Tingy to serve again. And this one just a bit low. A service error makes it 22-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. That was a 7-0 Rebel run. Strebel serves, and Tingy receives into the middle. Good pass, high and outside. Trineri hits again. Bales, overpass, goes over and out. 23-13. Rebels on top. 2 points away from going up 2-0 in the match. Rebels went up 2-0 at Tabiona, but they were much closer sets. 25-18 and 25-21 there. Here, 25-11, 23-13. Peterson serves, and that one just about got my computer. On the serve receive, it was shanked off to the side, 24-13, a service ace by Taya Peterson. At least her third of the match, and Peterson with another service coming. This one, Bales gets a good pass. Jensen high and outside. Stewart hits it, deflected by the block. Peterson digs. Pancake dig, a Pugstone Sporting Goods dig of the game. Rebels hit into the block and win 25-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich leads 2-0. And let's mark down Taya for that Pugstone's dig of the game there at the end of that second set. Brought to you by Town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Sabey, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson with Secretary Lisa Bell.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Taya Peterson. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High School Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com.
It's fun helping each customer find the best vehicle for their needs. I'm Tracy Lawley and I've worked with my brother Kirk for 23 years. Back in 1969, my grandfather Donnell Jensen sold a customer this 1969 Dodge Charger. Years later, I had the opportunity to sell that same customer a new Dodge truck. And we continue to have the opportunity to serve his children and grandchildren. If you're buying a car from someone who isn't having fun, you should definitely come see me before you sign on the dotted line.
If you've struggled to get a vehicle because of some bumps in your credit, then come to the all-new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group. We have over 20 different lenders ready to help you reestablish your credit with a quality new or pre-owned vehicle. Good credit, bad credit, bankruptcy? Let the new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group try to help you. Call our credit hotline today and ask for Jeff or Dave to get pre-approved for your next vehicle. Call 307-789-3151 today. Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
So far, it's been a dominant match. Rebels took the first 25-11, took the second 25-13. Taya Peterson will bring you the station in Randolph, beginning serve of set number 3, brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. Good pass. Bales hits. Tigers lead on a kill from Cassidy Bales. Nice attack by the Tigers, and they got something there that they hadn't gotten much of so far in this match, a good pass. I'm sure that's something that Coach Lazenby has harped on in between sets and in timeouts. Sydney Jensen to serve for the Tigers, attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com. Rebels receive. Nice pass by Tingy. Cornea high and outside. Stacy hits. It's dug high into the ceiling. Kept alive and passed. Not quite over. Good hustle. Callie Fabrizio, the sophomore, had a chance, but just too far to travel and then too far to try and pass it from clear beyond the back line at trying to get it over her head. Wallenstein to serve. And received by Lazenby. Quick back set for Peyton. Hits cross court just a bit long. Good idea. Rebels didn't have anybody there, but Lazenby just misfired. 2-1, Rebels on top. Stacy's repair scoreboard. Wallenstein serving for Rich. Third set brought to you by Rich County. Pass up near the net. Jensen passes and Bales hits hard. Splits the defense. She got it past the block and to the back line. Nice hit by Cassidy Bales for the kill. And Lazenby will serve for Tabiona. Peyton, a sophomore, delivers with the right hand. Boy, she's got a strong serve. Rebels pass it. It's over the net, touched and dug by Rich. Then set up and hit cross court, and McKenna Stacy hits it cross court on the line. Tigers can't believe it. All 6 of them put their hands in the air to say that was out. But the officials called it in. The up official, that was on his side. And since I mentioned that, there is no down official here. Jensen high and outside. Thomas hits, and that one dug up into the side wall. We're tied at 3. Nice big hit from Cassidy Thomas. Cassidy Bales, the junior, back to serve for Tabby. A few dribbles, a spin, and a slap with the right hand. Peterson, good pass up to Cornea. JC in the middle for Hatch. It's hit and deflected at the net by the block. That killed it to the floor. Bear Lake Realty kill for Sydney Hatch. Rebels on top, 4-3 in this third set, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Looking for the McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. Tigers set it up. Rebels stuff it. Back line. That block went a long way. Traveled clear to the back corner. And Sydney Hatch with another candidate for the epic recreation block of the game. Rebels lead 5-3. Set number 3. Rich took the first 2 sets, 25-11, 25-13. Shelby Burton serves, back line in. Tigers let it go. They thought it would be long, and boy, from this angle, it did look long, but line judge says in there. 6-3, a Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace. 10th of the match for the Rebels. Burton serves again. Stewart passes, or no, that was Lazenby passes outside. Stewart passes, and the Tigers pass over. Tingy sets it up in the middle. Hatch hits. Nice diving dig, and Stewart passes it over to the back corner. Wallenstein digs. Good pass up front. Hatch hits again. Then Stewart blocked it and slapped it too long. That hit was right in the middle. Stewart, great play to block it, come down and slap it again, but she hit it too far. Shelby Burton serves into the net. A service error, first of the set for either team. 7-4. Rebel lead is 3 in this third set. Brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Strebel serves. Burton passes up right near the net. Cornea passes it backwards. Burton passes it high and short. Rebels don't clear the nylon and clear the line. 7-5. Tigers get the point. Kylie Strebel serves again. Burton passes. Cornea high and outside. And hit by Trenary between the block and the net. Big hit by Amaya. A Bear Lake Realty kill puts the Rebels up 8-5. Staple back to serve. Spins it in the right hand, hits it with the left, and just about a Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace, but an overpass. Trenary goes up and snaps it down. Lazenby, Coach Lazenby, and the Tigers asking for a touch on the net from Trenary. They're not going to get it, and the Rebels will serve again. Staple down the line. Lazenby let it go. She thought it would be wide. It drops in, and Rich leads 10-5. Coach Lazenby, you can see the frustration, hoping this match would go a lot differently. Served and by Staple, passed over. They didn't get a good pass, and Jensen passed it over on a dump set. It was out, and the Rebels lead 11-5. Timeout, Tigers. Yeah, this timeout is brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff, and we'll keep it right here for the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. If you're looking, oh, there's Gary McKee right there. I saw him earlier. He was enjoying a pretzel or some nachos or something. He finished those off, but Rebel fans over across the court. If you're looking for beachfront room with a view, maybe a secluded mountain retreat, any real estate in the Bear Lake area, there are lots of great timeshare options. And here's another option. You can buy a home, rent it out so it pays for itself. You enjoy it some of the time as well, and before too long, that home pays for itself, and you've got a home in beautiful Bear Lake. To learn more about how to do that, give Bear Lake Realty a call, 435-946-8888. Talk with Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty, 435-946-8888. Bear Lake Realty, our camera sponsor in Rebel football and volleyball. I should say volleyball and football. Rebel football team lost yesterday. They scored the first 13 points of the game at Layton Christian, but then Layton Christian scored the next 30, and that was it. Staple serves down the line. Good pass, high and outside. They go to Stewart, and she crushes it through the block. Kill the side out, and Tabby with the serve. 11-6, Rich leads on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Cassidy Thomas to serve, and she just clears the net. What a great serve. Rebels get a decent pass, set it up in the middle. Wallentine hits back corner, and the Tigers don't get to it. Ziana Bateman reached out. She just couldn't quite get to it, and Rich leads 12-6. Eliana Brown will check in to serve. Rebels took, again, the first set, 25-11. The second set, 25-13. This third set is presented by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Eliana Brown serves a Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace. And the Rebels lead 13-6. Brown serves again, and just about another ace, but the Tigers pass it over on the second touch. Cornea sets it in the middle. Wallentine to the hit. Big dig by Thomas. Nice dig. Set up high, and Stewart, boy, she's got some hops. Goes up high and just smacks it down. Didn't take a lot of power because she was so high, and the placement of her touch, just Rebels couldn't dig it up. She just drove it down to the floor. 13-7. Stewart to serve with the right hand, left to right at mylocalradio.com, and Aspen goes long and out. Service error. Tigers have been fairly error-free on the service. That's just their second service error of the match. Rebels have a total of 6-7 service errors. And Taya Peterson says, we're not concerned about errors, Ryan. Here's a Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace. 15-7. Peterson goes down the line with a laser. And the Rebels 10 points away from a 3-0 victory and locking in their second seed for the state tournament. Good pass by Thomas, set in the middle. Lazenby hits, deflected by the block and into Peterson. She couldn't do anything with it. 15-8, Tigers with the kill. Peterson laughing with her, had herself a little bit on that funny reaction. Serving is Sydney Jensen. Rebels get a good pass. Cornea high and outside. Stacy hits into the block. It's deflected right down to the hardwood. And the Rebels lead following that Bear Lake Realty kill, 16-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hatch checks in on the front line. Stacy and Tingy up there as well as Wallentine serves. The receive goes under the net. A Crawford Trough service ace. Another one for the Rebels. That's, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 aces in the match. And there may be matches that I wasn't aware of, but for the most part this season, the Rebels have had more aces per match more errors per match than aces. That's not been the case so far today. Great set up and hit by Lazenby for the kill. 17-9. They went high and opposite side to the right side. Usually high and outside refers to the left side, but they went high opposite, and Lazenby just popped it down. Lazenby serves, and her serve is as powerful as anybody I've seen, but Unfortunately for her on this one, it goes straight into the net. 18-9, Rebels lead following that service error. J.C. Cornea to serve. And she goes to the back line. Passed high by Thomas. Set up back line, and Stewart crushes it from the back line. Rebel block deflected it to the floor. Cassidy Bales with the service. Cassidy spins and serves short. The Tigers had they had one service error through the first 2 sets. 3 service errors in this third set alone. 19-10, Rebels on top. Shelby Burton serves. Good pass by Lazenby. Fabrizio passes high, and they tap it across. Good dig by Trineri. Rebels set it up for Amaya. Her hit is stuffed, but Wallenstein there for the dig. Rich passes it over. Back line, Lazenby passes. Jensen high and outside, and Thomas hits. Burton with a good dig. Cornea sets in the middle. Hatch hits. It's blocked. Tipped right back to Rich. Tapped right back again, and the Tigers dig and pass it over. Tingy sets in the middle. Hatch hits, and this time gets it between the block and the net. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Sydney Hatch, a candidate for your McKay Frankham Dental Services Precision Play of the Game. Rebels have had a bunch of nice kills. Amaya Trineri, Sydney Hatch, and McKenna Stacy with some good kills as well. Timeout on the court. We'll take a quick one as well. It's brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Taya Peterson. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High School Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Out of the timeout, Rebels serve. Tigers set it up and touch attack. Then Rich sets it up and Hatch hits, but a stuff. Big block by the Tigers, middle blockers. And it's 20-11. Rebels with the lead. Rich took the first 2 sets, 25-11, 25-13. Strebel serves. Burton, good pass. Cornea sets, and Amaya hits. It's deflected and kept in the air. Jensen high and outside. Thomas hits cross court. Burton touches it. Amaya digs it, and the Rebels pass it over. Jensen, quick back set for Stewart, and she hammers it into the block. It's deflected between the block and the Rebel, or between the Rebels and the net. Point to the Tigers. They've cut the lead to 8. Strebel serves and misfires into the net. Tigers, 4 service errors in this third set after just 1 service error through the first 2 sets combined. Kendall Staple back to serve for Rich, looking to close this thing out in 3 straight. And Staple, the serve receive goes into the bleachers. Tigers keep it alive for the moment, but can't control it. We'll give Staple the Crawford Trough service ace, and Rich leads 22-12. Staple serves again, and Bales, good pass this time from down low. Stewart hits, Rebels keep it alive. Stewart hits again and hits it long. 23-12. Rich 2 points away from a 3-set victory in Region 22 play and locking up the number 2 seed for the state tournament. Staple, Bales sets it high and outside. That bumps the up official. He leaned back to try and get out of the way as much as possible, but another Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace. Kendall Staple with the set point serves, barely passed over. Cornea back set. Tingy down the line. In the corner, it's in there for the win on a Bear Lake Realty kill by Sage Tingy. And Rich comes out with 3 dominant wins to beat Tabiona. 3 dominant set wins, 25-11, 25-13, and 25-12. Rich improves to 10-14 on the season, and more importantly, 4-2 in the region, and the Rebels are number 2 from Region 22. We'll take a quick break. We've got your Mountain Valley Cattle Company post-game show coming up. including the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. This third set has been brought to you by Rich County, Rebels with a championship cause.
Winston Churchill said, "No hour of life is wasted that is spent in the saddle." The same is true about education. No hour of life is wasted when learning. Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, understand the value of good education. Serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming, Mound Valley Cattle Company is proud to support the students at Rich High School in academics and activities. Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
According to the United States Census of 2010, the town of Randolph has a population of 464 people, and every one of us root for the Rich High Rebels.
Who slams it home?
Welcome to Randolph, Utah. We love being able to host the visiting teams, their coaches, their parents, and fans when Rich High has a home game. We love all of our visitors year-round and hope that you can take some time soon to come and visit us in our little slice of heaven, Randolph, Utah.
Welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. It's time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. Rebels with 3 volleyball matches in 3 days. They started Thursday night with a 3-2 win over Duchesne. A fantastic, exciting match, and the Rebels beat the 2A Eagles 3-2. Then Friday night, the Rebels hosted the Manila Mustangs in a Region 22 showdown. Rebels took the first and third sets pretty convincingly. Second set was close, and Manila had a 24-18 lead. The Rebels roared back and won 26-24 to win the match. To win that set, they went on to win the match in 3 straight. Then Saturday afternoon in a Region 22 wrap-up, final Region 22 match of the season, Rebels hosted Tabiona, a win for Rich, and they lock up a second seed for the state tournament starting 2 weeks from this past Friday. Rebels jumped out early and built a 12-13, 14-7 lead and cruised from there. The Rebels had 5 aces in that first set and won 25-11. Tigers struggled through the second set as well. It was fairly close midway through, 15-12. Rebels had a lead, but then Rich went on a 7-0 run and outscored the Tigers 10-1 the rest of the way to win 25-13. In the third set, Tabiona was up early, but the Rebels regained the lead and never looked back. Rich finished the match with 16 aces, including 2 aces in their final 4 serves by Kendall Staple. And the Rebels took the third set 25-12 to beat Tabiona in 3 straight. Rebels are the number 2 seed from Region 22, and we'll get back on the court Thursday at North Summit, Friday hosting South Summit for senior night. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, where they spend 6 hours daily slicing all natural meats and fresh produce for your 30-second sandwich. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston. Stay tuned. The Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show continues after the break. We'll give you some postgame highlights and stats brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. That's coming up when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 20 for quality and best practices and critical access. Offering a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. When it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Most of our limits we have in life come from the walls in our own mind. The Town Council and citizens of Laketown, Utah celebrate all students and staff in the Rich School District. Learning and education will help make that wall in your mind shorter, so it is easier to jump over. We encourage every student to reach their full potential through hard work, continued education, and focus.
Go Rich Rebels!
Back on the Epic Recreation. No, it's the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Epic Recreation is one of our fine sponsors, and we thank them for what they do. This post-game show is brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Rebels win in 3 straight over the Tabiona Tigers. And time for some Bear Lake Memorial Hospital post-game highlights and stats. I may need to reconnect to a different internet network real quick. Let me just... All right, Tabby led 1-0. Rich tied it at 1-1, took a 2-1 lead, and again, never looked back. This was, I don't know if Tabiona was not feeling well, maybe putting too much pressure on themselves. Rich came out. This may be as well as I've seen the Rebels play this season. Make no mistake, that's a solid Tabiona team with some good players, some very good athletes, and Rich just dominated, 25-11, 25-13, and 25-12. Again, our postgame highlights and stats are presented by the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. The Epic Recreation block of the game, that's Allie Wallenstein's first set. Rebels were up 18-9. Wallenstein stuffed it, and that put the Rebels up 19-9. Her hand positioning was perfect. That's just how they coach them. That angle down so that the block hits the fingers, strong hands, and it hit her hands and dropped straight to the hardwood for the point. The Pugstone Sporting Goods dig of the game, Taya Peterson. Second set, Rebels had a set point, 24-13, and Peterson dove for a dig, got it up over the net, and that dig didn't go over the net, but it ended up being a very good pass. Rebels got the attack and killed it to win the set, 25-13. So there's your Pugstone Sporting Goods dig of the game, and the McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. We're going to give that to Allie Wallenstein as well. As in the second set, it was early on. Rebels had a narrow lead, 3-2 or 2-2. It was tied when Wallenstein went back to serve, and over the next 5 serves, Allie served 4 aces in 5 serves for the precision play of the game. That built the lead out to 7-2, and Rebels never looked back, winning that second set 25-13. So McKay Frankham Dental Services, dental care at reasonable rates for the whole family. Well, I think that's going to just about do it for the Mountain Valley Cattle Company postgame show. Postgame highlights have been brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. Let me cover one more thing real quick. We've got the University of Wyoming Cowboys football tonight here on KADQ. The Cowboys are at Fresno State in Bulldog Stadium. Pre-game with Dave Walsh, Kevin McKinney, and the crew is at 6:30. Ducks just scored, so we're tied at 10. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Oregon Ducks are playing the Washington Huskies today, and trying to keep an eye on that as well. But Cowboys tonight, pregame at 6:30, kickoff at 7:30. You can catch that here on the Wildlife, and you can also listen live at mylocalradio.com. Real quickly, next week there's that community bond election meeting at Garden City offices in the Lakeview room. That's Monday night at 6 p.m. If you're interested in learning more about the expansion project that they're talking about, trying to go through with for up at the Rich Middle School and here at Rich High School as well. There's 2 different projects being planned, I guess, and they're looking for the support. And just to share some information about that, the meeting is Monday night at the Lakeview room at the Garden City offices, 6 p.m. Tuesday, school district board meeting at the district office at 6 p.m. And then Wednesday, state cross-country meet. Rebel girls took the region title. The boys took second, so they'll both take full teams to the region cross-country meet, or the state cross-country meet at Sugar House Park Wednesday. The girls' race is at 10, the boys at 11:30. Thursday, Rebel volleyball gets back on the court at North Summit. Freshmen, sophomores at 5, JV at 6:15, varsity at 7:30. We were going to cover that, but the Rebel football game versus Altamont, final game of the regular season, got moved to Thursday, and that's at 4 o'clock. So timing, I just don't think it'll work out. By the time the football game gets over, 6:30-ish, even if we do a quick post-game show, I wouldn't get down there till 7:45. 10 minutes to set up, the match would be half over. So we'll cover the Rebel football game versus Altamont. There's no JV game. Our varsity pregame starts at 3:15 next Thursday. Friday, the Rebel volleyball team wraps up the regular season hosting South Summit. Freshmen, sophomores at 4:30, JV at 5:45, varsity at 7. We'll cover that match here at Rich next Friday. Then next Saturday, University of Wyoming Cowboys host the Utah State Aggies. Pregame at 11:30, kickoff at 12:30 next Saturday. Again, don't miss Cowboys football tonight right here on KADQ. Pregame at 6:30, kick at 7:30. That wraps up our post-game show, brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. And wraps up our broadcast for today's videographer, Rob Leifson. Thanks, Rob. Producer back in the studio, AJ Lamb. Until next time, I'm Ryan STEINECKERT. We'll talk with you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Plains Tire, Evanston Regional Hospital, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Cash Honda Yamaha, Bear Lake Convention and Visitor Bureau, Rocky Mountain Yeti, mylocalradio.com, and by Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jake Hibbert, Bridger Valley Sports Director, Sean Bennett, and production assistants, Jordan Bowie and AJ Lamb. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on KDQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com. Until the next time, the Rich High volleyball team takes the court.
Go, Rich!